Welcome. I'm David.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is
Desmonds, Donders.
Hello and welcome to a Vanners collab on Desmonds, Donders. Now, this month's topic is interesting. I'm trying to think what I'm going to say. Before I tell you what the topic is, I say I'm on my own this month, and normally Lindsay would be here. Now, I told her the topic and she said, excellent, I've got some superb changes I could make to that. I thought, I can't let her say those changes when I saw them. So I've toned them down a bit so she's not taking part. But we've still got some changes we would like to make. Oh, by the way, Lindsay probably would have been in the jail if if I'd let her get away with some of her suggestions. Okay, as usual, there is a bunch of people taking part, and you'll see their things up there. I might be pointing at them by now. Their logos up there, and they'll be in a playlist which is below and at the end of the video. So let's get on and tell you what this month is all about. It's 5 changes we would make to the highway code. The first change, we would criminalise littering from a moving vehicle, and we do this by when somebody is spotted and reported and proved to have been littering, they would get 3 points on the driver's licence. No matter who did it, the guy in the back seat, they do it with the fines for seatbelts, etc. Why not do it for something like littering? If you've ever ridden a cycle or a bike, a motorbike, down the road and had somebody's cup of coffee come whizzing towards you and hit you full blast in the face, even with your visor down, not a pleasant experience. And it's also not pleasant to drive past later and see it stuck in the side of the road or in the hedgerows. So that's a nice gentle one to get going with. We'll have another one. We'd bring in and criminalise badly adjusted headlights. I hate them, and it's just the time of year for it, isn't it? Maybe it's already passed in Englandshire, but up here it's still there, where Joe Bloggs is coming along with his badly adjusted headlights, and we do it the same. 3 points per offence, 12 points on your licence, off you go. So you could get done for littering, adjusting your headlights, not adjusting your headlights, and perhaps a couple of speeding offences, and you'd have to sit it out. But it'd all be the driver's fault, except in the case of littering. But if the driver could control his passengers, perhaps there'd be less. Especially if once he lost his licence, the passengers weren't getting a lift anymore. Maybe even add those who failed to dip their headlights into that, because that's, yeah. Okay, you might think there's 2 contentious things there. It's about to get worse. This one involves horses. And funnily enough, when we were away at the weekend, we had an incident of a horse dropping its load right where Desmond was parked. Anyway, enough. So you maybe guess what I'm going to introduce, and that's that horses wear nappies. And the reason for this is the number of times driving down the country lanes here in this area that I came round a bend and there right on the crown, with me having very little room to manoeuvre and get out of its way, was a pile of the stuff. And it's slippy, believe me. Very slippy. The follow-up to this is I would have horses carrying lights, even in the daytime, to a little control pad mounted up at the front of the saddle, where they could have side lights, headlights, rear marker lights, you know, brake lights, that kind of thing, and generally be nice and normal road users. We have to have all those lights to go on the roads at night. Why shouldn't they? And you're going to say, oh, the horses are all back by nights. They might be round your way. Not up here. More than once when Desmond has been trundling along in the dark, we've come up on a horse. On a single track road in some instances. So it would be nice if they had lights and obeyed the rule of the road. And that rule of the road would of course be they'd require a horse driver's licence. I'm not talking about anything strict, but somewhere where online could be pointed their points for not obeying the law with lights and signalling, etc, etc. In other words, bring horses in line with the rest of road users. And that was two there. Sorry, I should have split them apart. That was the nappy and the lights were two different things. Lindsay wanted to increase the penalty on littering. I won't tell you what she proposed. And on horses, but Lindsay doesn't like horses. And badly adjusted headlights really was me, and it brought into line, you know, again. This is the one that Lindsay got really wound up about. I'm not sure I should tell you. Okay, the last one. I'm not settling back in my seat just so that I can tell you this one. I'm just getting that a little bit further away so I can't get the abuse. Actually, this is mine and Lindsay's. My adjustment and penalties is basically in line with all the others I've proposed. And it's already come in parts of Europe, and I'd like to see it here. Yes, I know we're not part of Europe. Whether or not we should be is a different conversation, and not really for a Vanners collab. The thing I'd like to do with cyclists, apart from Lindsay's obvious solution, I'd like to make them obey all the road rules. They can't go on the pavement once they're over a certain age, and that age would have to be, I don't know, they'd have to be debated when they're responsible to go on the thing. They'd have to take something like the old cycling proficiency, but expanded just to include things like proper use of signals and lights. And I know it does already, but you wouldn't believe it from what you see, that it covers all the things in the highway code. But on passing that highway code, they get their little digital record and a point system. And if they have to spend some time off their bikes, that's just it. If you stick to the rules, you won't need to. Car drivers, van drivers, bus drivers manage it most of the time, and they face the penalties. And I think everybody who uses the roads should too. Anyway, I kept the worst to last, I think, and I hope you would like to take them on board and contact the government about updating the highway code, and I'll let you get on and watch the others whose labels are probably now going up here. And thank you for watching me on this Vanners collaboration, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now. Thank you for watching Desmonds Donders. And remember, please take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. Please subscribe and
and ring the bell for notifications, and hopefully we'll see you next time.